What's up guys, this is Coop from GarageGymReviews.com, and today we're talking about kettlebells. Isn't this just the cutest little thing ever? No, this is a training channel. Isn't this just the most diabolical, heavy metal, going to war machine you've ever seen in your life? Let's go. As I'm sure you're acutely aware, there are a ton of companies manufacturing kettlebells. Well, actually, I'll take that back. There's not a ton of companies manufacturing them, but there are a ton of companies selling them. What I mean by that is just like in a lot of other fitness equipment like barbells or bumpers, there really isn't a crazy amount of companies manufacturing them. There's just a crazy amount of companies buying and then rebranding, adding or taking away features, and then selling them to you at various price points. And you would think that everyone is the same if you looked at them from a distance, or if you're somebody that wasn't like one of you watching this channel that is kind of anal about the equipment that you use. But as we're gonna find out, a lot of these different variations that we see, there's a lot of variances between them. There's a lot of things that you're gonna find that one may be better suited towards you, or one may be better for you because of the price point than another, okay? But I wanna give you three basically categories of ones that we suggest, and this is specifically for cast iron kettlebells. There's a ton of other kettlebells out there, but I want to talk about just the general, what most people use, what I'd most recommend kettlebells, and kind of some different categories for them, okay? So first off, I want to talk about Kettlebell Kings, and that's what this one is, okay? And this is actually what I use here in this gym. If you want to check out a walkthrough we did of this facility, I'll put a link in the bio below that you can check out and kind of see everything we're working with here. But the reason we go with Kettlebell Kings is because, in my opinion, this is our upgrade pick for kettlebells, okay? This is really, in my opinion, one of the best, if not the best, cast iron kettlebells that are currently available. We have a full set in doubles from 9 pounds up to 109 pounds, okay? The reason for that, the reason I chose them is, one, they offer a lifetime warranty, okay? If you've ever watched any of my channel, I'm a big fan of lifetime warranties. Pretty much everything I buy, not just fitness equipment, but also like apparel. I wear a lot of Patagonia because I just like knowing that if something were to go wrong, I'm gonna be able to, you know, get something else from it. For a home gym, a garage gym, it's not as big of a deal because it's just you lifting, it's just you using the equipment. It's not using as much volume. But when I have other people coming in and using the equipment, one, I don't want them to get hurt. Two, I want the equipment to look good for a long time. And three, if something breaks, which is inevitable, depending on who you have using your equipment, you know, it's worth having that warranty. The second thing I like is they use a single cast. What I mean by that, and I know this thing looks so wimpy, man. It's 9 pounds, but this is so much easier than like holding up a 106 pounder, okay? So one reason I like them is they have a single cast. So some of the cheaper bells that you're gonna see, they're gonna actually have the handle welded to the bell. You kind of can probably understand that that's not, you know, ideal. The reason is if you drop it, it's gonna like chip off. You see it in like CrossFit gyms that buy cheap equipment. When the bells get dropped, the handles fall off, and then they're just in the corner being used as like a door stop or something like that. You don't want that to happen, okay? So you wanna spend some money and get one that is at least uses a single cast. These use gravity casting, which is just a different way to make them, and which is a lot of what the higher end kettlebells are using, but it's something you want to look for. You want to look for a single cast. Secondly, I love their finish. They have a nice powder coat finish. It doesn't chip as easily as some of the other companies I've seen, and it's also a little bit more smoother. Now, it's not so smooth where it's not going to grip, but it's like a gritty grip. It's not like rough and pitted and like what you see a lot of times with cast iron that hasn't been sanded all the way down and just made look pretty. Finally, they have great weight accuracy, okay? When I put this on the scale, it's pretty much exactly what is stated on the bell. That's not true for a lot of kettlebells. In fact, you'll find they range from anywhere from 2 to 5 pounds up or down from the stated weight. I mean, it's ugly. And that depends on the company you go with, but they actually have a thing where if it isn't within a certain percentage of their stated weight, they're gonna send you a free bell in return for the one you send back for free, okay? And that's one of the things they talk about. They like free shipping, free returns, and they have a whole lot of things that are free. I'll talk about kind of the implications of that in a second. But this is our upgrade pick. This is the one that I think is the best. Our next pick is our top pick. This is the pick that I'd say is best for most people, and what I mean by that is it's a good mix of a great kettlebell along with a great price. There's two companies here, and those are Rogue Fitness and Rep Fitness. I say both of them because I've used both their kettlebells, and in my opinion, I can't really tell the difference between them. In fact, I would not be surprised if they were made in the same factory. They just seem very similar to me, okay? They have different logos, obviously, but other than that, they're very similar. They're even priced very similar, okay? But these are great kettlebells. They aren't as good as Kettlebell Kings. They're gonna have more pitting. You know, they're gonna be a little bit less accurate. Overall, what I've seen is they're pretty accurate though. They're also not gonna have the warranty. I'm not sure about Rep Fitness, but I know Rogue Fitness, they don't warranty their kettlebells. And also, this is something else that I've seen. I was searching for USA-made kettlebells. I cannot find a manufacturer of USA-made kettlebells besides Black Iron Strength, which is like a super nice, not cast iron kettlebell, or maybe some other steel kettlebells, like competition bells. I can't find a cast iron kettlebell made in the US, except for maybe some faces that I've seen. But when I was searching, the first thing that popped up was an ad that said, Rogue Fitness kettlebells, vertical bar, made to last in the USA, or something like that. It seems like a little like fake, not very good marketing, kind of sleight of hand. I don't know. I mean, if they're not made in the USA, even if it's just marketing and most of your stuff is made in the USA, I don't think it's something you should put on the internet. Just something I noticed. Let me know what you think. I'll put a picture so you can see it. But despite Rogue Fitness's kettlebells, you know, having that associated with it, their price point is awesome, okay? They're Chinese made, they don't offer warranty, but their price point compared to Kettlebell Kings blows them pretty much out of the water, okay? So let's take one of the most popular kettlebell options, and that's a 53-pound kettlebell, okay? A 24 kilogram for those that, you know, don't lift in American units.
That's a fake laugh, by the way.
But a 24 kilogram, 53-pound kettlebell is gonna be about $63 from both Rogue Fitness and Rep Fitness. I think Rep Fitness may be $1 or $2 less than that, okay? But the issue there is they charge shipping, okay? If we look at Kettlebell Kings, their price, no matter where they ship it in the US, is $104. Actually, it's $130, but they're always having sales, and I really haven't ever seen it for $130. I always see it for $104. So that's the price that you'd pay pretty much for most people. So that's how much it costs to be shipped to your door, okay? So Rogue Fitness, I did basically some searching. When it's shipped to my door, it costs like $22. So we're looking at about $85. And Rep Fitness, their shipping isn't as cheap, but it's not far off. So from either of those companies, it's about $85 to have a 53-pound kettlebell shipped to my door versus $104 from Kettlebell Kings. That's a big difference. And here's another thing you need to think about. The more kettlebells, the more weight in general that you buy from either Rep Fitness or Rogue Fitness, because they calculate it based on the weight, and the more weight that you add, you know, there isn't so much more that's added to the cost, you're gonna save a lot more. So what I suggest most people is, if you're gonna buy kettlebells, buy as many as you think you're gonna need or want at one time. Just save up for it and then buy it. You're gonna save a lot on shipping. Otherwise, if you decide to buy them, you know, one at a time whenever your paycheck comes in, I get it, it's kind of fun, but I would highly suggest you save up, okay? You're gonna save money and you're gonna be happy with yourself in the long term. But as we see, Rogue Fitness and Rep Fitness, two very similar kettlebells, on a price point basis, is better than Kettlebell Kings. So I think that's a great middle of the road. Now, I don't want to downplay Kettlebell Kings because their quality is the best, but it can only get so good. You know, like the difference between a 10-pound kettlebell and a 100-pound kettlebell is a wide margin. But the difference between an 85-pound kettlebell or an $85 kettlebell and a $100 kettlebell, you know, the more you spend, there isn't as much variance there. So something to think about. But remember that warranty. And finally, lastly, if you just want the cheapest option, you can go to Amazon. I've got one here, a kettlebell from Cat Barbell, I think this one's from, 35-pound. They're cheap. They don't have a warranty. They're gonna possibly break on you. No, you know, it just depends on how they're made. They're typically not powder coated. A lot of times they're just painted. They're gonna chip, but they're gonna get the job done, okay? So if you want just the cheapest option, I'll put a link in the bio where you can find all of these, but I'll put one for Amazon where you can find one of the cheaper budget options that I would suggest, okay? So there's a wide variety of options that you can choose for kettlebells, but if you're gonna be using this for a garage gym, I don't see a lot of people needing like the colored competition bells. I don't think that's something that really a place that you really need to be spending your money. But just to reiterate, my top pick, the one that I say for most people, is either Rogue Fitness or Rep Fitness. Our upgrade pick, the one where if you want to spend more money, you're not really worried about the money, you just want the best that's out there, and what I use in my gym, Kettlebell Kings. And then finally, if you want a budget option, I'll put one in the link below where you can check out from Amazon. It'll probably be from Cat Barbell or somewhere similar. That's a decent kettlebell, but just be aware this isn't going to be as durable likely as some of the other options. So this has been Coop from GarageGymReviews.com. Let me know what you think about kettlebells below in the comment section. Is there a kettlebell that you've used that you think is a really good price point or worth spending the extra money for? Thanks for watching. As always, make sure you like, subscribe, share, do all that fun stuff that, you know, helps me out because I appreciate it. But if you don't, no big deal. Peace.